Howdy, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Malenia's Arsenal, a series where we fight Malenia in NG7 with every single weapon. In this episode, we'll be using the Mesmer Soldier's Spear. This was a request. It's been a while since I've gotten any of these, and I'll talk about it a bit more. But first, let me just ask you guys: if you do enjoy the content, please do leave a like, subscribe if you want to see more, and leave a comment if you want to suggest what's next. So let's get into it, shall we? It is weapon used by the soldiers who serve Mesmer the Impaler, a great spear with a steel blade worn from use. Being made for overwhelming onslaughts, attacks with this weapon can be charged to unleash consecutive strikes. So charged R2s do two stabs, two hits on him. Beyond that, it is just a great spear that can be infused, etc. And I made it flame art mainly because I'm actually we'll get into this and I'll talk about it. So my save data got wiped a while ago. Oh right, also this version of the Malenia start. My save data got wiped a while ago, and by a while ago I mean about a week or two ago. And I am just now recovering it at this point, and by recovering I mean I've redone everything up to this point. So I can actually do the recordings again. It's taken me a while, but there's also been a lot of just stuff going on at home, which is part of the reason why it took so long. But was she whiffing on that, or did I actually dodge that? But I'm glad to be back. We'll put it like that. This is the second recording I've done since returning to recording, but the first one is something completely unrelated, actually. It is I'm trying checking out a game, right? Seeing how that goes. There's the Pope we want. Let's see if we can even remember how to fight Malenia, by the way. Because it could be tough. We've been fighting her in water this whole time, by the way, where she takes 10% less fire damage. So I should probably not do that, honestly. I think I'm actually getting the iframes for that, is what's happening. Okay. We'll poke here just in case. We'll roll away, yeah. Anyway, how have you guys been? There's been a lot going on, and there's so much to talk about with the DLC. I'm sorry, this is the first time I've recorded in almost 2 weeks, pretty much. Second time, I guess, really, but first time was unrelated, so it's nothing like this. But, so I gotta get used to this again. So far, I'm liking this weapon. It gets one big advantage over all of the other great spears, in the fact that it has an R2 that I actually like and that actually feels usable, which is a big deal. Okay, so I thought that this would just be Giant Hunt on the L2. It's slightly different by virtue of the fact that it doesn't actually send her launching, it seems. But holy cow, look at that! Dude, this, the weapon art gave me 100 more fire damage, it looks like. I thought it was a little more. It was not as much as I thought. I didn't go over the talismans I'm using. I should have. My bad. Blessed Blue Dew. Standard defense, Dragon Crest Great Shield. Two-handed talisman. And then, better healing +1. Crimson Seed talisman. Alright, let's gain some distance, because now we did this wrong, but let's heal. It brings your healing up from like 810 to 1,000 some odd. It gives you a huge bonus. Absolutely spectacular talisman. I truly think a lot of the DLC talismans have kind of power crept how you build your character almost completely. I don't have my crab anymore, by the way, guys. I'm out of crab. I never did the quest line for that while getting all the way back up. So instead, or I guess just no crab. We'll just back off and heal. That was a little bit awkward, but that's okay. There we go. And you can get charged R2s off after she jumps. We can poke her here. Yeah. Yeah. Well. That was a little bit awkward, but that's okay. We're gonna heal. I think this one's actually better than most of the other Great Spears that I've tried. Just by virtue of the fact that it has a better R2. It also, by a lot of people, looks better than the Great Lance, which is, I guess, a benefit if you care about looks. Yeah, I was really worried she would do this. Alright, that works. I think it looks alright. It is a good length. It is not the longest. Still, that goes to Moog's. I think his will always and forever be the longest, obviously. But it's a pretty good length. I think it's either the same length as the Great Lance or a little bit longer. Oh boy, don't die. I'm sorry, Malenia, I didn't mean it. Dude, I gotta get back into the swing of things, huh? Whoa! I tried hitting L2, it didn't work. uh, man, it feels good to be back, huh? I've always said NG7, by the way. It's NG plus 7. There's a slight difference. It's not that big of a change. But anyway, yeah, real quick. I don't have very many weapons to compare it to, unfortunately. But Vike's Spear is the shortest. This one goes almost to the corner of the screen. Moog's passes the corner of the screen when you're looking at it like that, for reference. When it comes to talismans, I don't have many with me right now, is why I'm running what I'm running. Basically, what I did was I had a friend pass me one weapon, a couple weapons actually, so I could test some things. A standard set of talismans, and then I just played through the game a bunch, back to back, which is doing the, well, this is not very bright at me. I'm dead. Yeah, that was not very bright at me at all. And then I just played through the game 7 times using the Fair Missoula skip, which is why I made a video on it, by the way, if you were curious. That was how I got my save data back so fast. This is tough. I'll tell you that much. This is not an easy fight. And I am rusty, dude. I've been doing only 5 of the fights in the game. I've basically been doing the Gauntlet plus Malekith and Godskin Duo. Nothing else. For the last, 10 hours of gameplay I've had. We could probably get a charge door too here. I kind of hate the tracking on Great Spears, and I hate it when she does that too. This weapon is pretty good, though. I would probably go heavy or quality over this, but I didn't want to do that again. And I thought Mesmer uses fire, even though this isn't Messmer Spear. Spear, the Impaler, you might call it. The only downside is that this weapon buff lasts very little time, you'll see. Yeah, I got 2 pokes off the entire time it was active. I know she did waterfowl, but still. We could probably get another stance break here if we play it smart and play good. Oh, thank you, wall bounce. You're so kind. That wall bounce actually saved me from getting hit there. That was kind of sweet. I totally knew that would happen. Hey, I still remember how to dodge waterfowl. That sucks, by the way, when she cancels waterfowl like that. At least if you're in bad positioning. I was on a good spot to take advantage of it, so it didn't matter, but... Yeah, don't let her do that. Don't respect her, dude. That's just my general rule of thumb anyway. Just don't respect Malenia. As long as, within reason. It makes sense if you fought her enough. The most respect she gets is usually on, waterfowl, and even that... Dude, the one downside of Great Spears is this slow poking speed. The 3 pokes, I guess I should really specify, instead of 4. If it was another great weapon, like most of the other great classes that got 4 hits on a combo, that would be huge. And I think it would make it one of the better weapon classes for Malenia. Which brings me to a side note. Would you guys be interested in, first of all, ever seeing any tier lists? But secondly, ooh, that was a very cool hit there, huh? But I want to make a tier list discussing what the best options for Malenia are weapon class wise. So you got like Great Spear, Colossal Weapon, Great Hammer, all of those. I don't remember how many there are in the game right now. There's quite a few, I know. At least 19, I would say. I don't know the actual number though. But not the actual weapons themselves, but specifically the weapon classes. That's what I'd like to cover. We can heal here, but then we should run because... Yeah, okay. She didn't attack the clones, but that's how you check. Oh wow, we actually got out of the way of that. I'm surprised. We'll roll attack here just so she doesn't do anything. Yeah. Very good interruption. That was great. Good work. I say to myself, apparently. I guess that's a little weird. Alright. We're in a good spot here. I haven't used a rune arc this time. I do almost exclusively, especially at this level, I do just run Radahn's Great Rune. Whoa, did you see how active that attack was? Holy cow, dude. Thank you very much, game. Yeah, you can poke her there with something long enough range like this. Poke here. Yep. That sort of thing. Throwing off her flow is really important in Phase 2 because if she has advantage, she will use it against you, right? So being able to interrupt her and her train of thought basically sets her back to where she was before. I'm just trading and seeing if that works. It didn't. If she clones her, I die. Okay. I don't necessarily die there, but I was in a really bad spot to run away from it even, and it would make that a very uphill battle. That was on me for being greedy, by the way. Just don't be greedy like that, and you're fine. Anyway, with Malenia dead, I don't have all of the DLC mapped out yet, by the way, but we'll go do the gauntlet. I'd actually say this weapon was not the part that made that fight tough. What made that fight tough was the fact that I was rusty. And I actually think this weapon did great against her, honestly. Coming up for the things ahead, I kind of doubt it a little bit. But after we do this gauntlet, if we win or lose, I'll go fight Rana. Rana? Dude, I can... Oh my god. Renala and Rana being the same names, pretty much, throws me off so bad. We'll go ahead and use a Rune Arc now. But, yeah. She's the only one I have unlocked. I think does it tell me my blessing? Yeah, I'm at level 5 Scatter Tree Blessing. If you're curious about when my save data crashed, it was actually me trying to set up my save file better to have 20 blessings in NG7. NG plus 7. Which is really unfortunate, huh? By the way, I usually say NG7. I've been correcting myself this episode, but I call the base NG NG0, and then I go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Instead of introducing the word NG plus, because then that gets confusing and things get misconstrued and stuff. Anyway, it just doesn't send people flying, huh? So it's worse than a giant hunt, right? Oh. Oh, he got away from me. Dang. This fight is not very exciting, but I'll do my best to win. I should be able to beat Gideon, at least, I like to think. I know that's not always the case, but... Oh, you... Oh. Please do not. The Great Spears struggle here a little bit, because their attack speed is a little too slow to really get a safe push on him just hitting buttons sometimes. Five? Should be 5, yeah. Oh, he clipped me. I think I got this at this point, though. Oh, he got it up. Oh, this sucks. Well, now he's even set up his debuff against me. That makes this really awkward. There we go. He walked right into it, though. Okay, that was a pretty good push there. We can just go for running R1 and maybe clip him. Or poke him. Come on, dude. There we go. Alright, Gideon. Not so bad. We healed once. I think we got hit like once. That was fine. Very simple. I don't know what he's weakest to, but overall, fine weapon there, huh? I think I like this great spear, which is rare for me to say. And I actually think it's more tempting than almost any other weapon. The charged R2 one-handing and two-handing are practically the same, but I actually rather like the feel of the one-handed version more, which, outside of the fact that the two-handed talisman is just stupid strong, would make me want to one-hand this thing instead, but that's okay. Uh, for those of you that are hanging around this far, curious what you guys think. Are you guys enjoying the quizzes and polls and all that stuff that I do? I've been trying those out more as I kind of had to take a back seat to the actual producing content stuff. I rather like the quizzes, and I find it interesting to see what you guys think is the case for the games, for how the games play out and stuff. The one that surprised me the most, I asked which weapons gain a bonus for being infused with the proper element. It was the Black Steel Great Hammer, the Short Sword, and the Great Sword for the Fire Knights. And only about half of the people, or all of the above, only about half the people actually got that one correct. Which I thought was interesting. Alright, we got yellow damage when we two-hand. We should probably just two-hand and poke him. Yeah. Oh, I jumped so early. We'll just outrun this, yeah. I have been, having played through the game 8 times in a row, I gotta say, this fight, it rules. It's just a good fight, even if I die. Wow, he two-shot me? 'Twas nobly fought. With us dying there, I'm actually just gonna go ahead and move on from the gauntlet. I know that's a really lame way to end it, but I want to go fight Relana once or twice. Relana. I should probably change the emphasis on that, huh? Or as some say, the emphasis, because otherwise it just. I'm assuming it's Relena. Relena. Relana? It's Relana, I think, because Renala exists. There we go. And that's what I would like to believe. From my experience, I did a lot better against her not locking on so much, but I think that might be a little bit odd. I don't really know when to approach her. Oh, I'm probably dead real quick. She is tanky, but like not that tanky, huh? For only 5 blessings? Being at... Ouch. Seeing yellow damage honestly surprises me. I've heard parrying is the way to go against her, by the way. I'm dead. That's okay. I'll try it a couple more times. She does look pretty cool, huh? Besides, I think, and this is something weird that I think they've done a few times, it's the elbow guards that are like super big. Do you guys know if that's like a real thing from some point in time or something? Because I've always thought it was really weird looking. Let's try parrying, right? I'm not very good at it, and I don't have carrion parry or golden parry, but let's see what it does to her. 35 souls. I don't actually know what all you can parry from her either. Alright, hold on. It's too fast. I mean, you can keep guard breaking me if you want, I guess. Alright. I think that's one of the ones you can parry. So, like, not only am I rusty, but I'm, like, not good at this fight to begin with. I hadn't learned it yet. Whoop. Goodbye, cruel world. Alright. Let's give it one more attempt, but, like, a real attempt. I don't know what you guys. I want to know what you guys think about how to fight her. I have seen about 1,000 videos now of people going in here into this fight with the carrion thrusting sword and being like, "This is the coolest thing you'll ever see." And it's an interesting concept, right? But like, what I find really interesting about her is the way that you can just whiff. Whoa! She can, even though she's not using curved swords, she's really good about getting around your shield sometimes, you know? Yeah, I knew that was a single swipe, but... Whoa! I lived. Or like, I could shield poke. Yeah, but then she gets those around me. That was part of the reason why I thought that locking on didn't feel very good. She did that poke, and I would have been circling to the proper direction, but due to how she crosses you with lock on, it ends up just not positioning properly, right? And she pokes you anyway. I don't know, I have a lot to learn with this fight, obviously. It also goes to show, I think I say this like every time I play the DLC stuff for you guys, that like, just because I'm good at Malenia does not mean I'm good at this game, you know? Oh, I'll drink again. Don't make me. Wow, that does so much damage. I also think in the DLC, you can really make an excuse to say that you should be wow. That you can play defensively, right? They gave you that ability a lot easier in the DLC. What with the... well, you have the +3 talismans, right, for one. These. That brings you up another 12%, which is huge. Plus this, and like those two alone already. The issue is like when I was at 14 blessings, I think I was already at like 70% resistances or something. So maybe 50% on magic. Yeah, because a lot of those things can whiff if you're positioned properly, just really close to her. Which is stuff that I need to learn again. Whoops. I find it really weird that she ends her combo there. You know? Oh, that whiffed, or hit when I attempted to make it whiff. So I think there's a big difference if I had Scadutree Blessings collected. I don't really know if I'm going to, though. It's really tough for me to... I'm undecided, right? Because last time I did it, my whole save file broke. So who knows. Anyway, I'm probably going to call it there for this weapon. There was one other weapon suggested to be used since I had to go on a break. It was the Star Liege Katana, I think is what it's called. That really cool katana. I like it a lot, so I'll be showing that one off pretty soon as well. Stay tuned for maybe a look at series. Who knows? Anyway, thank you guys very much for watching. I have a lot to learn, and I have to get all the rust off, but I look forward to getting back into this. Thank you guys. Bye.